Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of, well actually this is the only episode I've ever done of this, which you can tell by the title is going to be the 1000 subscriber Q&A specialness, yay. So I never really mentioned it, but we did hit 1000 subscribers, and I just have to say that's a massive shout out to all you people who just subscribed, to the people who watch the videos, to the people who like and comment on it. It's really been incredible. I know it's kind of actually taken a while because it's been like 2 years basically of doing this. We hit 1000 subscribers. I can't complain. So then on Twitter and on several different YouTube videos, I asked you with the hashtag question to leave any of your questions so I could answer them. And you guys left a lot of questions. So I'm gonna try to answer every single question because although there are a lot, it's not like an incredible amount. So this video I'm gonna try to keep not too long, but it might be like maybe 15 to 20 minutes long depending on how long my answers are. All right, so the first question is gonna go from Terrence Jones, who writes, what is a goal for you to travel to? So I don't know if you mean like a travel goal as in a destination or a goal I'm trying to hit in terms of like YouTube. So I'll answer it in terms of YouTube. I'd really like to hit 10,000 subscribers, but honestly numbers don't really matter too much for me as long as the content I'm making is good and the content is pleasing to you guys. So like numbers, 1,000 subscribers, yeah, it's cool. But also, I feel like my content has grown so much that that's the most important thing. In terms of a place I'd like to visit, I'd like to go to Europe. Aiden Douglas asks, why do you hef? And all I say is, dare to hef. Madi asks, what do you plan to do if YouTube doesn't work? Now, I noticed a lot of these questions about like YouTube and what I plan to do if it doesn't work. Now, I've honestly, in the 2 years I've done YouTube, I've never actually made any money from YouTube, although they're supposed to send me a check because I did hit enough views and get enough AdSense. I still haven't gotten that. So by the way, YouTube, if you want to hit me up with that, that'd be cool. But I have gotten some nice donations from you guys, probably like maybe $40 in total. So honestly, I've lost more money and lost more time going into YouTube, but it's just a hobby for me. So I'm not really relying too much on this YouTube thing. So some of these other questions, we'll get into it. But if YouTube doesn't work, I do have a plan. Kind of, hopefully, I think.
You're screwed.
So that's a nice segue into the notorious Haz's question, who says, what are you going to do now that you've graduated college? So if you didn't know, little backstory, I just did graduate college from a pretty good school, I would say, like top 30 in the country, I think. And I graduated with economics and global studies and then German. But honestly, not the greatest, although they were difficult, definitely wasn't easy. It's not the best for getting a job right now, if I'm going to be honest. So I have applied to several different jobs, but we'll see if any of those pan out. If not, I'll just continue to do YouTube, could possibly go to graduate school. We'll just wait and see. Sutra Reba writes, what nationality are you and where do you live? Don't keep it in secret, please. So that last part makes it seem kind of creepy. What do you think, David?
You're screwed.
But what nationality am I? I'm American. And where do I live? I don't know if I want to tell you exactly where I live, but I'll say in the southern portion of the United States. You might tell I have a little bit of an accent. I don't really try to keep it, but sometimes it just comes out when I get real mad. Anthony says, Xbox or PS4? I don't know if you're talking about what do I play or what do I prefer. So I have the PS4 and I really like it. I used to have an Xbox 360 and I had the Xbox original, but also PS2. And I've always been more of a fan about the the PlayStation because they just seem better built. When I had the Xbox 360, I had to manually open it and clean the laser at least 4 times. Never had to do anything with this PS4, and the only drawback was on FIFA, you couldn't get legends on the PS4, but now with FIFA 18, it seems like icons are going to be on everything, so that's not a huge deal. Alex asks, what is your favorite frozen pizza? So as a college student, I did have to eat a lot of frozen pizza, and I used to go with Newman's or Bella Toria. Both were kind of expensive though, like $7 for a pizza, and I don't have that kind of money. So what I found out was if you get the DiGiorno, wait, is it DiGiorno? I'm pretty sure it's DiGiorno. It's like $3, and it's actually a really good pizza. If you look at the price per ounce, it's like 19 cents as compared to 57 cents for those other 2 brands I named. So DiGiorno is the way to go. I might actually do some food reviews on this channel or even on Extra Long Transaction, the channel I haven't used in about probably like 8 months. So yeah, look out for those. Iham asks, Real Madrid or Barcelona? If you're asking me who is better, it's obviously Real Madrid. They just won the Champions League 2 years in a row, 3 out of 4 years. They also won La Liga. Ronaldo, arguably best player in the world at the moment, but we'll get into that in a bit. So Real Madrid is the best team right now, but Barcelona I prefer. and it's because of the little man Lionel Messi. Luis asks the hard-hitting question of how do you get a girlfriend and how do you get better at FIFA? So I don't think those two really go together well, because if you get better at FIFA, you probably won't get a girlfriend. So I'm somewhere in the middle where I can't really do either.
Lol, get owned, noob.
But in terms of getting girlfriend, it doesn't really matter. They should want to get you. Once you make it about yourself and not about the girl, then that's when you're gonna get a girlfriend. As for getting better at FIFA, you just gotta play FIFA, play the weekend league. If you can't get into the weekend league, keep grinding the daily knockout tournament, keep grinding divisions, watch tutorials on YouTube, just figure out, watch your gameplay back. I've noticed that since I recorded FIFA and I had to edit it and watch it back, I've gotten a lot better because I've realized what mistakes I keep making. Jay asks, is a question really a question if the answer to the question is a question? If the answer to this question is a question, does it make it a question? Like Gabe. Alex also asked, Messi or Ronaldo? So this is an interesting question because I would say right now, you can't look at what Ronaldo has done in the Champions League and say that it's not incredible. He scored a couple of hat-tricks against Atletico. He scored 2 goals in the final. He just scored so many goals, I don't even remember. If you look at the past 12 months, what has he won? Champions League twice, La Liga, like the Super Cup, the My Club or whatever. I don't even know what it's called. I think that's something on PES. He also won the Euros. I know he didn't win it. He didn't even play in the final really, but he was still part of that. He was a key contributor to all of that. So at the moment, you can't really say that Ronaldo isn't the best player. So in terms of influence versus just poaching pure goal scoring ability, Messi doesn't even play at the same area where Ronaldo plays. Messi is almost like a center attacking mid. He goes sometimes in that midfield to start the offense. He is the engine that makes everything go. Without Messi, Barcelona would be nowhere near the level they're at, and he's basically carrying the entire team by himself. Ronaldo is surrounded by incredible players who just allow him to do what he's so good at. He's, in my opinion, the best finisher of all time. You give him one chance, he just scores. I always cheer for the little guy, so I also have a soft spot in my heart for Messi, but you can't. People always get really up in arms about Messi or Ronaldo. Just enjoy them while they're still here, boys, because when's the next time that arguably two of the top 3 players of all time are going to play in the same league at pretty much their peak? Terrence Jones also asked, why is Den Dunker so amazing? Because he's Den Janker, and because he's Belgian, and Belgians are really good in this game. Can you do a Premier League predictions video that is from Aiden Douglas? So honestly, I don't think it really makes much sense to do a Premier League predictions video. I know Spencer does it, and I like to watch those videos, but it's like impossible to predict, I don't even know, 20 teams? To get one in correct position would be great for me. I'd probably be Arsenal at 4th. So I wouldn't really make an entire video about that. Also, people get really angry when you don't say that their team is going to finish 1st, even when it's Stoke City. Now, I know Jerdan Shaqiri watches all these videos, but honestly, Jerdan, you're not going to win the league. So I could do that, but honestly, that's not really the content I want to make. Unless every single person on this video says I should make it, then I'll make one. I'm that kind of person.
A whore.
John asks, arguably the best question. He says, what got you into YouTube? Now, this is kind of a long story, but essentially, YouTube started, I found out about it in like 2008, 2009. So I was really early. I was still in middle school. But what happened was there was this new game called NBA 2K10. And they had this new feature called the My Player Career Mode, which is where you take one player and you start from the bottom and work your way up and become like an all-star. So I just decided to go onto YouTube, find a player review for that, and I found this guy called Chris Smoove. Now, Chris Smoove is still my favorite YouTuber to this point, and he made these NBA videos. He even had Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, and then Modern Warfare 3, but then he stopped after that because the games just weren't as good. So I found out about that, and I basically watched him for 6 or 7 years. I also found other YouTubers I like. I watched PewDiePie when he was relatively small, and so I watched a lot of these other YouTubers, and I was always really interested in it. And then go to around 2014, I'd say, 2013, I started watching a lot of FIFA videos. Spencer FC, before he was still the FIFA player. Mini Minter series. So I watched those videos. It was like Mini Minter, Spencer FC, and I really liked these Road to Division 1 series. I especially liked Spencer's because I thought they were really creative. So then, in the fall of 2014, I decided to make a YouTube channel, and it wasn't actually this YouTube channel. It was a different one where I would play cover songs, because if you don't know, I do play guitar and piano, and I sing a little bit. And when I was making those videos at first, I thought they were the best videos of all time, and I thought I was going to go viral the next day. Looking back at those videos, They were so bad. They were honestly, they're very bad, and they're still up there. I hope no one ever finds them. But the thing is, I was really bad, and I continued to improve slowly but steadily to the point where I'm actually okay at singing, like it doesn't actually hurt people's ears, and I'm pretty good at guitar and piano. So that still is a channel that I have and sometimes upload, not too regularly. I also put cover songs on my Extra Long Transaction account, but that still is a dream of mine to be a musician. Right next to YouTuber, it's like musician. I just like to entertain people. I don't know, I get a little bit of a high when I see comments and I see likes on a video. So I do like music a lot, and I do like YouTube a lot, and I thought, why not make them into one? So then this changed the next year, 2015, I'm pretty sure, in the summer, so like a little bit less than 2 years ago, I decided to get the Elgato because I always wanted to make a video of gaming on YouTube. Funny story about that, actually. In one of my, I was applying for a scholarship my senior year of high school, and I applied the day before, and so I had to write an essay on what I wanted the money for or something like that, and I literally wrote that I wanted the money so I could start a gaming YouTube channel. On a college essay, I said that I wanted the money so I could start a gaming YouTube channel. Suffice it to say, I did not get that money, and they probably are still laughing at me, but I have 1,000 subscribers, so maybe I'm laughing at them. So the short answer to your question, John, what got me into YouTube, it was Chris' move, and then just watching several different YouTubers over that time period, and wanting to be creative and wanting to have a creative outlet. Terrence Jones also asked, have you ever raged in FIFA? Yes, I have. Probably on live streams playing the Weekend League, but when you don't rage, you play better, so it's kind of counterintuitive. You don't want to rage if you want to play better, so just don't rage. Aiden Douglas asked, Huddersfield or Leeds? I don't really have a preference. I've never actually seen a game from either team, but I'm going to go with Huddersfield because I dare to have. 12321232113 IFY asks, what are your typical custom tactics and instructions? Typically, I don't know why, but I like to play the 3 at the back formation, and I don't do any specific player instructions except for the left mid and right mid. I tell them to come back on defense because I essentially want them to play as left wing backs and right wing backs. In terms of custom tactics, I change it so it's cover, and then I put the speed really low to like 30, passing really low to like 30. I put the pressure a little bit higher to like 65, maybe 70, and I put team width to like 95 because I really want to play very wide football, slow and possessed, kind of like Barcelona plays in a little bit of a way. Madi also asks, what is my ethnicity? So I don't know if this is what Sucha was asking when he asked what nationality I am, but I am half Filipino and quarter Italian, quarter Irish. Alex asked, what music do you listen to? So going back to the music thing, my favorite artist is probably Ed Sheeran or John Mayer. Those are two big influences. Also in the music that I write music, if you didn't know that. Is it good music? That is questionable. I think it's actually not that bad.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. This night just goes on and on past 2.
So John Mayer, Ed Sheeran, singer-songwriters I like a lot. Some other bands, my favorite band is probably Coldplay. I also really like The Killers. But any music, it's not like I only listen to those people. I listen to a lot of pop music. I don't necessarily like it, but I still listen to it, and it doesn't kill my ears. And finally, Alex finishes it off with probably the best question of, should I spay my pets? Now, I don't know if I've ever said it in any of my videos, but I think that you should spay your pets, and I feel like you should not forget to spay them. I don't know if I've ever said that in any of these videos ever, but don't forget to spay your pets.